Welcome to Filmwar. Let's cut the shit. This is a movie games podcast, so every second not spent playing movie games is a second wasted. Our contestants will be competing for points in several games. Whoever has the most at the end will be declared our winner. And remember, we don't say the word Goonies on this show. If you say the word Goonies at any point, I will deduct points. Our prize for today is a VHS cassette copy of When Harry Met Sally. Does that strike your fancy? Today we have Brent. Say hello.
Come to daddy. Come to daddy.
Hello, Brent.
Kyle, say hello.
Hello.
This is your first time on the show. Are you excited?
I'm very excited. I've never been on any sort of multimedia before. So.
Oh, wow. This is your first time on camera of any sort.
Or any sort of audio device.
Oh, perfect.
Wow.
So you've never been recorded once in your life at any point, even as a child? There's no home movies, anything like that?
There might have been an ultrasound picture, but that was not my fault, and that's about it.
And Scott, say hello.
Hi, I'm Scott Pisces.
Our icebreaker question for today is, what is your favorite use of music in a movie?
I'll start. I'm really into musical scores, and although I have other favorite composers altogether, Thomas Newman seems to really know how to set the mood. He did such movies as American Beauty and Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, all good use of score.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Scott,
I
what do you
agree.
think?
Well,
Brent agrees with Kyle.
that's a good one. And I mean, I'm kind of I'm a little bit older, but age doesn't matter. I always kind of enjoyed Johnny Greenwood's stuff with P.T. Anderson. I think he can make a nice score that goes through, like there might be blood, and he's done, others.
So
I mean,
you like that collaboration? It seems like that's all he uses.
I listen to movies without sound.
So only silent movies and on mute.
Subtitles.
Brent, where are you?
What
is your location? I see you've scrawled Filmwar on the wall.
I cannot divulge where I am at.
This game is called Number Feud.
This game is Number Feud. You'll each take turns guessing both the production budget and the worldwide gross income of popular films. Whoever is closest to the actual number without going over will receive 1 point each. We follow Price is Right rules. All right, Scott, do you want a film from 1991 or 1995?
91.
91. The film is Cape Fear. How much do you think it cost to make Cape Fear, Scott?
23 million.
$23 million. Brent, what do you think?
Do 44.
Kyle, what do you think? Cape Fear. How much did that cost?
22 million.
Oh, undercut.
Million. Undercut Scott. Scott still gets the point. The budget was $35 million. Brent went over. Scott gets his first points. All right, Kyle, how much do you think Cape Fear made in the world?
I think Cape Fear made... I'm not really good at these type of numbers. I'm going to say $80 million.
$80 million. Brent, what do you think? How much do you think Cape Fear made?
I'll go 70.
$70 million. Scott, what do you think? Got 80 on the table, got 70 on the table. It cost $35 million.
Well, I know they got to make budget, but if I remember correctly back then, the movie came out and it was kind of like there was a little bit, I'm going to say $47 million.
$47 million, Scott says. The answer is 182, so Kyle gets a point.
Jeez, it made that much?
Yeah.
Great.
$102 million in 1991. That's a lot of money.
I wanted to say 100, but I thought it'd be over.
You should have. You should have won 100. All right, Brent, do you want a film from 1995 or 1969?
95.
1995. Your film is Waterworld. Now, I assume you know a lot about Waterworld.
Yeah, quite a bit. I saw it in theaters.
You saw Waterworld in theaters. Wow. With anybody? Was it a date?
No, I was with my dad, I believe.
So it wasn't a date.
Well,
we hope. We hope it's not a date. What do you think is ridiculous?
120 million?
$120 million for Waterworld, Brent says. Kyle, what do you say?
I'm going to go with 9. I really think it's even 100. But I'm going to go with 121.
121 cut and Brent off.
Yeah.
Stole my number.
Scott, what do you think?
Now, what was the question one more time? I'm sorry.
Waterworld.
How much
the
did it
film?
cost? How much it
And
cost? How
did
much
it
it
cost?
made?
How much did it cost?
$400 million.
Do you think it cost $400 million to make Waterworld?
It cost a lot. It was a flop. No, can I regress? Can I
No,
regress
you
on
said
this
you
one?
said you
All right,
said
I'll do-
400.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Let's roll with it.
Kyle gets the point. It was $175 million.
Yeah, but it never made its money though.
Well, that's
might
the next
now,
question,
but-
Scott. How much do you think Waterworld took in theatrically across the entire globe?
What was it again?
It was 175 million.
Oh man,
To
I
make
knew it
it.
was ridiculous. I didn't think it was that ridiculous.
Is
Scott,
this
what do you think?
domestic or is it?
It's
This is
globally.
or all world? Oh yeah,
Globally,
it was
worldwide.
a big. It was a big flop.
So, what are you saying?
It did all right overseas, didn't it?
Listen,
It may
it's
have.
80 million. 80 million,
80?
and I'm being generous.
Okay, Brent, what do you think?
I'm gonna go down. I would say, I think it was like 55 million.
50.
I think you're right on that.
$55 million. Kyle, what do you say? Now you do know the rules to Price is Right, correct?
Well, you already used it once.
85 million.
Kyle says $85 million, and he gets the
Yeah.
point. It was $264 million.
It made that much.
Yeah, $264 million in the entire world off a $175 million budget.
Wow.
God.
Yes. Kyle, do you want a film from 1969 or 1989?
89.
1989. Your film is When Harry Met Sally, the VHS cassette that we're trying to play for today.
I haven't seen it.
How much do you think it cost to make?
That probably cost 100 million. Sorry, 100 million.
$100 million. Brent, what do you say? When Harry Met Sally.
Had to get Harry and Sally.
That's the porno.
We'll do.
There's two different versions.
I'm gonna go with 800,000.
$800,000. Scott, what do you say?
I got this in the bag. 12 million.
$12 million. It took $16 million to make When Harry Met Sally, so Scott gets a point.
Thank you.
I underestimated Harry
Yeah.
and Sally.
$100 million to make that thing? God.
All right, Scott, how
I
much do you
thought
think it
maybe
made?
they were
You
popular
heard,
actors.
you were. I think you
I
were
haven't
thinking in
seen
your
the
head how much.
movie.
You've never. It's the ultimate rom com.
I assume they meet.
Somebody do the diner scene. I'll have what she's having.
Is that from Harry Met Sally?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll
When
have
she
what
has-
she's having?
When she fakes
Yeah.
the orgasm at the table. Yeah, that's When Harry
Yeah.
Met Sally.
Wait, that's what
That
that
is-
movie's about?
These two people.
Fake
No, yeah.
orgasms.
Who
yeah.
is even in that movie?
Billy Crystal and Meg Ryan.
And Ryan.
Scott, how much did it make in the world?
This is called a sleeper hit. So what happened was it was shot and made for like low amount, but it made a ton of money.
How much was
Worldwide,
that? Stop vamping. I need a number.
$140 million.
$140 million. Brent, what do you say?
I'm gonna go 200 million.
$200 million. Kyle, how much do you think When Harry Met Sally grossed in the entire world?
$1.
$1.
It's going low.
Kyle gets the point. It was $93 million.
God, good
That was
job, Kyle.
close.
I
Alright.
do know the Price is Right rules.
Yeah.
I may not have seen the movie.
Hey,
but-
you might be the only contestant thus far that plays according to those rules. So that's why you're racking up the points.
I've been on Price is Right.
Tell us your Price is Right story, Scott.
No, take too
Did you
much.
sneak in? All right, fine.
No, I was in
Either
line.
take
I was
too
in line
much time or not enough.
10 hours. I had to wait in line for about 10 hours.
Yeah, that's what happened when I went to Conan O'Brien's show and Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
You had to
that's
wait in
the
line
whole
for 10
point.
hours.
That's what happened when I went to county.
Oh,
right. We're going to do one more of these number feuds. Kyle, how much did War of the Worlds cost?
Which one?
Which one?
2005. Tom Cruise, Steven Spielberg, Dakota Fanning.
Oh,
Tim
I'm sure they
Robbins.
found a lot of places to put that money. I'm going to say $200 million.
$200 million. Brent, what do you say?
I'm gonna do 170.
170 million? Correct?
Yeah.
Million? All right.
Yep.
Scott, what do you say? War of the Worlds.
180 million.
180 million. Everybody went over. It was 132 million. No points.
Can I get one fucking point during this fucking thing?
Well, here's your chance. Brent, how much did it make?
Only 200 million.
$200 million. Kyle, what do you say?
I'm going to say 100 million.
Had a pretty big box office.
Million. Scott, what do you say?
480 million.
$480 million. War of the Worlds in 2005 made $604 million, so Scott gets a point.
I
That was a big
remember
one.
seeing that in theater. It was a waste of
I
fucking time.
saw that in the theater 3 times.
I love the ending was just, oh, they all got sick. Time to go home.
But I love the Morgan Freeman voiceover. At the beginning, we are all amoebas at one time. Go ahead.
Kyle has 4 points. Scott has 3. Brett has 0. 0 points.
Oh, no. Goose egg.
This game is called High Low.
In this game, you'll either be guessing whether the average rating for a film on Letterboxd is higher or lower than 3.5 stars. You'll each have a chance to guess, and you could each receive points for each film. 3.5 stars is the line for every question.
So these are nerd ratings, not
Nerd ratings. Yeah, I mean,
general
Letterboxd
public
is a little bit more mainstream than just nerds. I feel like there's a lot
I
of
actually
Rotten Potatoes.
do
Rotten
remember
Potatoes.
someone telling me about
It's
that
not as
before.
professional as Rotten Tomatoes, but
All right, the first film is from 2003, X2, X-Men 2. Scott, do you think it's higher or lower than 3.5 stars?
I've never seen any Marvel or DC movies. Isn't that wild? Everybody, you're like, oh, you're chastised.
Well, I will say on
Uh,
other episodes of this podcast, you have said that you've watched DC movies because you've talked about Batman movies.
I've seen
so-
Superman
and Batman
and
movies.
Batman, but
So
all
you
these
just
other
lied.
guys.
Those are all
Is
those are
X2
DC kids.
is
X2
X2
is-
read? What is X2? Give me who's like the main character in X2?
Patrick Stewart.
Wolverine.
Oh
Hugh-
no, I
Hugh
like
Jackman.
him.
Yeah.
I'll give it. I'm gonna go a thumbs down
Thumbs
on the
down.
3.5.
Brett, what do you
3.5.
say?
I think it's lower.
Kyle, what do you say? Lower or higher?
Lower.
Everybody gets a point. It was lower. 3.4
Yes.
stars.
No nerd would ever be satisfied with any superhero movie, and rightfully so.
Nope.
3.4
I don't
is
know
still
why
pretty
they
high.
expect
though.
anything other
It's
than
going to be a
that.
very popular podcast.
All they want is Batman and Superman to officially get married. And that'll make them all happy.
I'm game for that. Batman marries
Well,
Superman.
see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
Is that canon I'm unaware
Yeah.
about?
Who would you cast as Batman and Superman in that movie?
If they got married?
Yeah.
Oh God! I mean, we got to go like now or just if anybody. I'd probably go
now.
with.
Let's do now.
I'd go with Batman. I'd go with that Jared Leto. I don't know. I don't know any of these people. I would not know. Superman would always be to me Christopher Reeve. He might be able to. Is he still? Oh, he passed. He passed.
Yeah, he passed.
John Lithgow.
John
Oh,
Lithgow
that'd be
is
a good
who?
one.
Is which one?
As Superman?
Yes.
Or is Batman? No, Lithgow is Superman. Okay, so French Stewart is Batman.
And then John Candy. And
That'd be
John
nice.
Lithgow.
Yeah.
Is this a point game or?
1997, the film is Face Off. Kyle, do you think it's lower or higher than 3.5 stars?
Is it out of 4 stars?
It's out of 5.
Oh, I'm gonna say higher.
Higher?
Yeah.
Brent, what do you say?
Higher. Higher.
Higher? Scott, what do you say?
I'll go against the grain. Lower.
It was lower, 3.4. Scott gets the point.
Oh, come
That's
on!
another
I haven't
trick.
seen it, but I assume
Good movie, though.
3.4s.
I enjoy that
They're
movie.
making a sequel.
Are
Yeah,
they?
I've heard.
Yep.
was it Nicolas Cage and
Whatever.
John Travolta?
Same people. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, another
They're
comic book
again.
movie, 2017, Wonder Woman, starring Gal Gadot. Brent, do you think it's higher or lower than 3.5 stars?
Higher.
Higher? Scott, what do you say?
Well, this is when everybody's like, "Oh, we love superheroes." I'll go higher.
Higher? Kyle, what do you say?
I'll go.
Wait, hold on,
lower.
wait, stop, wait. Is it 1 or 2? The sequel or the first?
It's the first one.
I'll go higher.
3.4. Kyle gets the point.
This was the movie where they were like, finally, a woman
Right.
is leading an action movie when there's been about 20 movies where
Jamie
woman
Summers,
has
Bionic
Long
Woman.
Kiss
I mean,
Goodnight.
Terminator, I don't
Jamie
remember
Summers.
I think it was a
Ja-
superhero.
James-
The first
Alien.
superhero movie. Is what it
Bionic
was.
Woman. Come on now.
Yeah. Okay, this film's from 1999, The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser. Scott, do you think it's lower or higher than 3.5?
That one tanked.
So you're saying lower?
Yep.
Brent, what do you say? Lower or
Higher.
higher?
Higher.
Kyle, what do you say?
I'm gonna go higher too.
Higher? It was 3.4. Scott gets another point.
See,
Well, it's just an
I was
awful
kinda-
movie. I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, overall it was, but it was a classic.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
saw it in theaters. Enjoyed
Tom
the movie.
Tom Cruise. An interesting fact. He bought that Universal whole thing, the Universal Monster thing. They tried to make that work, and that tanked.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That one was awful. The other one with
But I
Tom
mean,
Cruise.
you put Tom Cruise in anything now, and I'm sure it's going to be this guaranteed gold. He could be Frankenstein.
Right, yeah, after Maverick.
if you wanted
he
to.
could.
Anything.
Tom Cruise is Frankenstein. I'm down with
Anything,
that.
anything.
Okay, this film from 2018, Bohemian Rhapsody, the Queen biopic. Kyle, do you think it's higher or lower than 3.5?
Nerds love Queen, and I love Queen. I wouldn't say higher.
Higher? Brent, what do you say?
Higher.
Scott, what do you say?
Higher.
Higher? No points, 3.4. You guys should have caught on.
God,
Every single one of those movies was 3.4 stars.
you're just making these numbers up. I think I'm gonna look. I never heard of these guys.
They were all 3.4 today. You guys,
I don't think you did that on purpose.
out of that game, Kyle has 6 points. Scott has 6 points. Brent has 1 point.
I'm doing better.
All right.
Still anybody's game. Yeah, doing better than last time.
How many
This-
times has Brent been on this show?
This is like his third year.
9.
Yeah, he's been on a lot of them.
Well, see, that's a problem. He has nothing to lose.
He's won
He'll still
2
come
so
back.
far.
And I have no shame.
This game is called Multiverse Theater.
This game is called Multiverse Theater. I'm going to give you a rundown on a film that was almost made, including plot, potential cast, and why it didn't get made. Some of these films are real tales from development hell. Others are 100% bullshit made up by me.
Mm.
It's up to you to figure out which ones are real and which ones I made up.
Let me get my bullshit shoes on. Hold on,
All right.
I got to change real quick.
All right, here we go. In
Beautiful day
2006,
in the neighborhood.
In 2006, Ridley Scott and Russell Crowe approached musician Nick Cave to draft a screenplay for Gladiator 2, a sequel to the original 2000 film Gladiator. Crowe had devised a way to include his character Maximus Meridius after researching Roman beliefs of the afterlife. Cave's screenplay focused on pagan gods sending Maximus back to Earth from purgatory in order to assassinate Jesus Christ, who had been siphoning off power from the elder gods. Once he kills Christ, he finds out that he's been tricked by the gods and that Jesus was actually Maximus's son. He becomes enraged and stays on Earth, playing a hand in every major conflict throughout the rest of human history, including both World Wars, Vietnam, and the Gulf War. The film would have ended with him as a high-ranking general in the Pentagon. The film was set to be called Christ Killer. Only Russell Crowe would have returned from the original. The film never got far enough to start casting. Despite Scott and Crowe's love for the script, the studio obviously wasn't a fan of the subject matter. The film was canceled and a new version is currently in pre-production. No word on the new plot. Scott, do you think that movie is fake or real?
Well, if it is fake, if you wrote that, that's brilliant. Man.
So you're going to say
Kinda
real?
heard- No, I'm saying that's fake as all get out.
It's fake? Okay.
Yep.
Brent, what do you think? Fake or real?
Fake.
Fake?
No.
And Kyle, what do you think?
Fake.
Fake? That is a 100% real project that was almost
Bull
made.
crap.
Yeah, Nick Cave. You can read sections of the Nick Cave screenplay online, and it's a wild one. No points.
I'm just surprised Russell Crowe would push for something like that
yeah,
when he
and,
could.
he like started the concept from what I was able to gather. Like he's the one that came up with the initial premise for it and everything. But
So why it was never greenlit or whatever they
yeah,
call it?
because
or-
once he wrote the screenplay, the studio read it and was like, no, yeah, we're not
Yeah,
doing
this is
that. We're not
kind of
going to
like
have
a-
you.
yeah.
We're not
showing
gonna
a movie
kill
killing
Jesus?
Christ. Yeah, we're not going to
No.
kill Jesus.
Yeah, no, we already did that in a few movies.
Right.
Who's Jesus?
John
Jeff
Turturro.
Bridges. Jeff
Before-
Bridges would be a great Jesus.
Oh,
Jeff-
I know. He probably knows that. He's probably like waiting if that would have happened, been like, yeah, well, I'm
Yeah,
waiting.
He'd do it. Yeah. I think there would have been an age difference there, though. Yeah, I think he's older than Russell Crowe. But anyway, all right, on to our next one.
How old's Jesus?
I know he was 33 when he died.
God.
Correct.
Son
Welcome
of
to
a
Bible
carpenter.
War.
Son of a carpenter.
All right, here's the next one. In the early 1990s, you may remember that everyone and their mother was clamoring for a sequel to the 1987 film Good Morning Vietnam. Fans almost got their wish. In 1990, pre-production work began on a sequel to the Robin Williams Barry Levinson film. Mark Frost, known primarily for co-creating the hit television series Twin Peaks, wrote the screenplay. Robin Williams' character Adrian Cronauer has since returned to the United States after a stint in the war and finds himself in 1968 Chicago during the Democratic National Convention riots. He once again takes to the airwaves to help the citizens of Chicago through the violent week. Robin Williams was set to return, as was director Barry Levinson. The film was canceled due to disagreements between Robin, Barry, and the Walt Disney Company over the film's direction. Kyle, do you think that movie is fake or real? Real or fake?
Fake.
Fake? Scott, what do you say? Real or fake?
Man, it's a doozy. Oh, pardon the pun.
What? There's no what pun? There's no pun.
No, I said, man, that's a I said, man, that's
Don't
a doozy.
engage.
Okay. Real or fake, Scott?
That's real.
Real? Scott says real. Brent, what do you say?
Yeah.
I'll go real.
Real? That is real. Brent and Scott both get points.
God damn it.
Yeah, they were gonna really try to make that movie, which is it's a strange one, isn't it? But I
That
think
even
I
makes
honestly,
sense. I mean, it does. It's kind of like Forrest Gump meets Mork and Mindy.
Right.
Them running around in
I
Chicago.
mean, what would the title have been?
Good Morning Chicago.
Good morning, Chicago.
Yeah,
Won't you please come?
It's only going to be a
to
sequel
Chicago?
because Robin Williams would have been reprising his role.
which is what a
Yeah,
sequel
and he-
is.
Right. He's working at a radio station.
But it wouldn't
running
still be
around.
involved with Vietnam.
Right? No, yeah. Which Vietnam's Vietnam's done. He goes back to Chicago. It's 1968.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's hard pressed to really consider that a sequel in my eyes. Just
In
because
what
it's the
way?
same character. Because considering the movie was more about Vietnam than it was.
No, I'm sorry.
Robin Williams.
He'd be playing the same character.
If
Okay.
he's the same character and it's the same universe, it's a sequel, regardless of if you think it's worthy of
All right,
being one.
If you agree with Brent, please message us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. All right, that was a strange, but I think we have an even stranger one for our third.
Twitter.
And here we go. Have you ever seen the film 10
Yeah.
Things I Hate About You? There was almost a
No.
very different.
Yes.
I wouldn't even
There's
know
almost-
what this is.
There was almost a very different quasi sequel to the film. 10 Things I Hate About.
Okay, so can we go back and call that a quasi sequel then?
It's not a quasi sequel. That's an actual sequel. This is a quasi sequel because it has nothing to do with the original characters, the original sake. Let me finish. 10 Things I Hate About Life was written and set to be directed by the 90s film original director and would have followed a man and woman who fall in love while both simultaneously attempting suicide. The
Freddie
screenplay
Prinze
begins
Jr.?
with the screenplay begins with both determined to take their own lives
I
at a
love it.
scenic cliff overlooking the ocean. The man holds a
Yes.
gun to his head as the woman drives off the cliff, only for the woman to survive the suicide attempt and then ask to use the man's gun once he is done with it. Talk about a meet cute. They eventually fall in love and find a reason to live in each other. Yeah, Evan Rachel Wood was cast as the woman. Filming even began in 2012, but was put on hold when Wood became pregnant. She was sued for breach of contract, and the film was never resumed. Brent, is that real or fake?
Fake.
Brent says fake. Scott, what do you say?
Real.
Scott says real. Kyle, what do you say?
Fake.
Scott gets a point. It was a real movie. There's
Hey,
even
man, aren't you going to make anything up? You're just-
Absolute insanity. Where do you dig up these insane... Like, what barrel are you scraping here?
This game is called by any other name.
This game is called By Any Other Name. For this game, I'll be detailing an entire plot to you, and you'll have to guess which film I'm describing. Sounds easy, right? Well, not quite, guys. I will transpose the character's name with a different character that the actor has also portrayed. So if I was trying to describe American Psycho, I could say, Gore the God Butcher tries to keep his sanity and status in 1980s New York, while the Green Goblin tries to put him behind bars.
Terrible these.
2015, Kyle Reese and Maybe Funke front a punk band that tries to take down a Nazi ring run by Captain Picard.
Green Room.
That's correct.
Green Room.
Frank is the point. Green Room is correct.
What the hell is that?
I don't know.
It's a movie where Patrick Stewart runs a neo-Nazi ring, and a punk band comes to play at their compound, and shit gets nuts. I think
Oh,
Good
it's
movie.
easy.
How about that?
It is a good
I
movie.
like
It is a
that.
good movie.
I watched
Should
that
watch
one.
This film is from 2007. The rancher, Patrick Bateman, tries to deliver the criminal Maximus Meridius to his fate. The rancher,
Gladiator?
incorrect. The rancher, Patrick Bateman, tries to deliver the criminal Maximus Meridius to his fate.
Gladiator?
Oh,
Batman.
Incorrect.
no. It's, Jesse James.
Nope. Incorrect.
Who Framed Jessica Rabbit?
Incorrect.
Patrick Bateman?
The rancher, Patrick Bateman.
I don't know. Who that is.
310 to Yuma.
That's correct. Frank is the point. It
God,
was
that's a great movie. Damn it.
310 to Yuma. Was that
Another
2007?
good
movie
one.
I've never heard of.
Oh, that's a good
Wow.
one too.
Wow, it is a
Good
really
job. Good job. Good job.
Good job, Brent. All right, this film is
Good
from
man.
1997. To protect a small New Jersey town, Rocky Balboa must team up with Travis Bickle and Henry Hill.
Rocky, whatever, 5, 10.
Incorrect. To protect a small New Jersey town, Rocky Balboa
Copland.
That's correct.
Yeah,
That's correct. Scott gets the point. It was
Copland.
Copland.
I wanted to say Coptown. I couldn't. God damn.
Manchester by the Sea.
Coptown.
That's the other version. That's the other version.
That's the sequel.
Okay, these are going so well. You guys have gotten 3 out of 3 so far, so let's keep going. This film's from 1986. Rick Vaughn finds himself caught up between his 2 commanding officers, James Longstreet and Max Schreck. Saw Gerrera and John Dillinger also appear.
Tombstone.
Incorrect.
Young Guns.
Incorrect. Rick Vaughn finds himself caught up between his 2 commanding officers, James Longstreet and Max
Platoon.
Schreck. Platoon is correct. Scott gets the point.
Men at Work.
No, Men at Work is incorrect. You know, we're about to have a Men at Work rule too.
How?
that
I don't know.
How many times does
We
that
are-
come up?
We are men at work.
We're
We're working right now.
Yep. All right, this
What is
film's
men
from
at work? The band?
All right. Yeah, the movie. Charlie Sheen,
Who's-
Emilio Estevez,
Oh, yeah.
Garbage Men. Yeah.
That was a good one.
All right, this film's from 2009. I want you guys all
And
to
there's
pay
the
attention, all right?
sequel, Repo Man.
It's not. It came out before it, but
It could have been. It could have been one.
Someone explain what a sequel is to Brent.
I like that.
Brent, what is a sequel? And just give me a basic definition of what you consider a sequel to be.
A second movie in a series of movies.
Okay. Right.
No.
All right. This film's from 2009. I want you guys all to pay attention, all right? George W. Bush, Zaffo Beeblebrox, and Chuck Barris unravel a conspiracy in a remote location.
Three Kings.
Jamie? Or,
Incorrect.
Confessions of a Dangerous Mind.
You're on the right track, Scott. George W. Bush, Zaffo Beeblebrox, and Chuck Barris unravel a conspiracy in a remote location.
Oh God, I'm seeing it too. Oh
Deliverance.
Incorrect.
no.
George W. Bush, Zaffo Beeblebrox, and
That's
Chuck
Josh
Barris.
Brolin. That's Josh Brolin
Who is?
on the first, right? That's Josh Brolin on the
Yeah,
Bush,
I
right?
think you might be a little confused, Scott. He did play George W. Bush, but maybe not the one that we're talking about. George
I don't
W.
see
Bush,
them.
Zaffo Beeblebrox, and Chuck Barris unravel a conspiracy in a remote location. Any answers? That film is Moon. They're all played by Sam Rockwell.
Oh God, good one. That's a pretty good movie. Directed by David Bowie's son. But it was kind of a 2001 knockoff in a way with the machine, how they got to
just
the end.
because it's in space. You think
Like
every movie
Hal,
set in
no, like
space
it was
is
like a
in-
Hal, no, like the thing
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
yeah. Played by Kevin Spacey, who we don't talk about.
yep. Well, he's still around. He's made
What's
a
your
lot of good
favorite?
movies.
What's your favorite Kevin Spacey movie, guys?
K-Pax. Pay It Forward. The Life of David Gale. Usual Suspects.
I wasn't expecting such an outpouring of support for Kevin Spacey at this.
I'm just naming movies. Don't lump me in. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This game is called Keywords.
Our next game is keywords. On IMDb, they have a list of keywords for every movie, basically little identifiable things that range from very vague or very specific. So I'm going to start reading keywords for a movie that will get more specific as they go on, and you yell out whatever movie you think it is. This film is from 2017. Shaved head, real estate agent, model home, backing out,
American History X.
Target store, syphilis, high school reunion, limping woman,
Romy Michelle.
title spoken by character, poverty, futuristic city, animal experimentation,
Demolition Man.
dentist,
Blade Runner.
Novocaine.
shaving someone's eyebrows,
Little Shop of Horrors.
gated community,
Sopranos.
Hard hat.
Full Metal Jacket.
Over the edge.
hard hat, model home, slum, economics,
Man, what section of Family Video do you guys go to?
amputee, divorce,
What year was this?
miniaturization, 2017.
Minimize Me.
Honey, I blew the. Honey, I. Shrunk the-
Downsizing.
That's correct. Scott gets the point. It was downsizing.
I
Another
said
one I have
it.
never heard of.
Well, you guys are talking a lot, but welcome to Keywords, our next game. This is from a film from 1994. Death metal, chloroform, landlord, professional sports,
Happy Gilmore.
wheelchair, newspaper headline, Chevrolet motor vehicle,
Dodgeball.
directorial debut, eccentric man, obscene finger gesture,
The Jerk.
cross-dresser,
Madison.
male objectification,
Kung Fu.
childish behavior, mascot.
Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura.
I need a full title.
Ace
Ace
Ventura.
Ventura, Pet Detective.
Pet Detective.
Scott gets it.
I want to do a replay. We got to.
Yeah, I think
No,
yeah,
all right.
that was close.
All right. Yeah, it was too close. Scott, I'm going to take that point away from you. You're in the lead anyway,
All right.
so.
All right.
Ace Ventura is our common denominator of all three of us.
Never seen it.
Never.
You're such a huge Jim Carrey fan. You're telling me you've never
seen
Ace
it.
But
Never
you've
There's a
seen,
seen it.
there's a sequel.
you've seen Ace
Yeah,
Ventura
there
when
is.
nature calls, though, right?
Nope.
They're both some of the best comedies ever made.
This is from a
Oh,
film from
avoid
1977.
Rosemary's Baby.
Cartoon on TV.
Roger
Matt-
Rabbit.
National Film Registry. Hair dryer. Driving through a fence.
What's that movie called?
Fired from a
Who
job.
Framed Roger Rabbit?
Incorrect. Mailbox. Garbage truck. Nervous breakdown. Sign language. Radio telescope. Power outage.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
That's correct. Scott gets a point. Good job, Scott. Scott's running away with it here. I wasn't expecting it, but honestly, Scott, you might be taking your home with your first VHS cassette. This film's from 1990.
Can't wait.
1990. Woman fights woman. Psychotronic film.
Thelma and Louise.
Robot Jocks.
Neo noir. Hostage. Undercover.
Sin City.
Incorrect. Fighting the system. Rebellion.
Norma Ray.
Ba- based on short story.
That never-
What's the bloody Norma Ray?
Benjamin
Human-
Button.
Incorrect. Human shield. Secret agent. Torture. Happy ending.
Zero
Robot.
Dark 30.
No. Betrayal. Wisecrack humor. One against many. Mercenary. Street shootout. Double cross. Futuristic. Doppelganger. Corporate crime. False memory.
Eon Flux.
Jingle All the Way.
Self-driving car.
Ultraviolet.
Mutant.
Johnny Mnemonic.
Fifth Element.
Space colony. Three-breasted woman. Mars.
Total Recall.
Total Recall.
Damn it.
Play the tape. I got
Right.
that one.
Brent got that point.
You don't do the three boob lady in
I
those
d-
keywords?
I did. I
He,
did. I
did.
said
He
three-
said that was the last one. That was the last one he said. I was like, that piqued my interest. I was like, oh, I know this.
Three-breasted woman. Mars were the last two.
I
Yep.
don't know why I've seen Total Recall so many times.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the remake?
I like
Matt, you hate it
breasts.
If you did.
I have not seen the remake.
Yes, we all do.
Ra-
We
raise
all
your
do.
hand if you
We
like
all do,
breasts.
Brent.
Yeah.
We all love breasts.
We are
Thank you,
all
Brent.
pro breast here at Fillmore. Scott has 12. Kyle has 6. Brent has 5.
This game is called the pitch.
This is the pitch. I'm going to give each contestant a brand new title of a movie, and they need to pitch a storyline that would match that title. Each contestant will be given a separate, different title. Who'd like to go first? Scott, you're going to go first. The name of your film is Get Out of My Dreams. What would a film called Get Out of My Dreams look like?
Get out of my dreams. Oh boy, I mean, get out of my dreams. This would definitely be like a thriller type kind of film. It'd be Linda Blair having dreams about Billy Ocean because of the song "Get Out of My Dreams."
Oh, so
Get
Billy
into my
Ocean is
car.
in this? Okay.
Yeah. So she's having dreams about Billy Ocean, and then the song "Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car," and then the car pulls up. It's Ryan Gosling in the car. Linda Blair gets into the car. They drive down the open road, and
What is
then,
I'm sorry. What is Billy Ocean's role in the film? He just shows up for a minute, or
Well, the song "Get Out of
He-
My Dreams." He had a
yeah.
song called "Get Out of My Dreams."
right? And that's why
But-
I that's where I stole this line from. But you're saying he's in the movie.
Yeah, he's kind of like the he's
He plays the car.
kind of like no, he's telling the story about he's like a spirit.
He plays the
Oh,
ocean.
he's a.
He's the spirit.
Billy
And
Ocean
then
as
hit-
the ocean.
And then Ryan Gosling. Yeah, and then Ryan Gosling, he's driving around in the car again, doing that movie Drive, and then he runs into a whole bunch of characters, and they're all like, "Get out of my dreams! You're not that good looking. We get it." Stuff like that. We were forced to say that you were good looking, but you're really not. And then like he goes to the end and he meets Billy Ocean, and they both take a boogie board and take off.
I imagine this is a big hit to Ryan Gosling's self-esteem. It's just a movie full of people telling him that he's not.
Well,
not that
no,
good
I
looking.
mean people have had to be convinced that he's a really good looking guy. He's really not.
Okay, Scott, your film "Get Out of My Dreams" stars Linda Blair as who's in love with Ryan Gosling, and they're just driving up and down the coast, and they're meeting fabulous people. Billy Ocean plays the ocean, and he talks
That
to
is-
them.
And
they
He's like their
convince-
spiritual guide.
and narrating.
Did
And
they
narrating.
convince Linda Blair to not love him anymore?
No, and then at the end he shows up and says the song "Get Out of My Dream," and they're like,
So the true essence of the story is Linda Blair is not persuaded by everyone telling Ryan Gosling he is no longer.
Gaslighting him. Gaslighting.
"Yes, because
She loves
Linda
him
Blair,
anyway.
Linda Blair has issues from previous
She doesn't leave him. She still loves him forever.
loyal."
Wow.
And then
loyal.
they swim in the ocean.
They swim in the ocean. Which
And
so
then Billy
they-
Ocean,
So
they
there's
go
a
on
sex
boogie
scene
boards,
with Billy Ocean at the end.
Yeah, just his mouth in the ocean.
just singing the
Interesting.
song.
Kind of like David Boreanaz as the son in Family Guy is what
Yeah,
I'm picturing. Yeah.
Yes,
Sure.
yes.
All right, Brent, it's your turn to craft the plot. The name of your film is A Little Bit of Monica.
Little bit of Monica.
A little bit of Monica. So we're doing just song.
Not necessarily.
Titles.
It's just those two just
A
came
little
up.
bit of Monica is a movie about Monica, the character Monica from Friends.
Oh, okay. Courtney Cox, Arquette.
Yeah.
No, I think it's just Courtney Cox now, right?
But it's kind of a it's like a oh shit, what's the term? Where
Sequel.
they take it's not a
Sequel?
sequel. It's where they take a character, a spin-off.
okay.
So
it's
it's
multiverse.
a Monica movie
it's a
spin-off.
theatrical Monica spinoff.
But
from
we
Friends.
really
Okay.
delve into like all the very psychotic things that she would do on Friends, like making sure the couch was in the right spot and
Oh,
shit
so
like
it's
that.
It's like an
So it's a
OCD
movie about-
thriller.
Yeah, there. Yeah. You're
Okay, who else is in it? Does anybody else from the Friends
You're
cast?
picking up what I'm putting down.
Does anybody else from the Friends cast join in?
Well-
Did anybody else show up?
I don't even think Courtney Cox does.
Oh, so she's replaced.
Yeah.
Who plays Monica then?
Oh man, I'm drawing a blank on this one.
You're the one that chose to not have Courtney Cox in it, so I assume
Let's
you'd have
do
an answer.
Demi Moore.
Demi Moore plays
Oh,
Monica.
I like that.
Okay.
But she
All right.
she was in Friends, wasn't she?
Was she? I don't know. So
I
is
know
there any like
Bruce Willis was.
is there any sort of like inside joke when like we first see Monica? Like some joke, you know how like when they replace Rhodey in the MCU, they make that
Right.
joke about "I'm here, it's me, get over it," whatever. Is there a joke like that in this movie when we find out that Courtney Cox isn't in it?
No, we just bring in a guy who's supposed to be Joey, but it's not really LeBlanc. He just got that turkey on his head.
Yes, I feel like you're pitching like a cheap foreign remake of Friends.
I mean,
Is
I
that-
don't hate that.
Okay, so your pitch is
So
a little bit of-
but we're gonna go Bollywood then if we're gonna do that.
okay, Bollywood, and it's why is Monica's story so important over the other Friends then?
Because the title of the movie I was given is a little bit of Monica and not not a little bit of Chandler.
A little bit of Chandler. All right, a little bit of Monica is a Bollywood remake of Friends, but it's kind of focused on
Monica
Demi Moore.
specifically.
Demi Moore.
As Monica.
All right, Kyle, are you ready for the name of your film?
Yes.
Okay, the name of your pitch is A Monster's Lament.
Okay, so this is a sequel to Frankenstein. This is Frankenstein 2. Dr. Frankenstein has failed at his first attempt because it went horribly wrong.
Right, of course.
So Dr. Frankenstein makes a new person, but this time he makes a really annoying person on accident. He went to the graveyard, and because he was in a hurry, he had to get the first brain he could find, and it just so happened to be the brain of the most annoying man in town, who insisted on getting the most premier front grave in the whole cemetery. So Dr. Frankenstein did not know that. He thought all brains were kind of random,
Right,
but
he
happened to get this.
He didn't go too far into the graveyard. He found the first fucking grave and he just dug that.
Yeah,
grave
the
up. That was
police
it.
were coming. They said they were going to catch him for stealing brains. And so he had to catch the first brain in the graveyard. And he ran back all the way home, and he just had to shove it in the robot because it was running out of battery at the time. And so just the timing of it made this really annoying creature. And the whole film is about the different types of things the creature does that are just very annoying.
So, okay, who plays Dr. Frankenstein?
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti. Okay, and who plays the annoying Frankenstein? Or the monster?
A posthumous Louis Anderson.
All right.
May
the
he
pitch.
rest in
I'm
peace.
sold. I'm
Rest
sold.
in peace.
So all CG.
No, Louis Anderson is just a voice actor here to get the maximum talent out of him. There will be a person in a green screen suit with sensors that make him a CGI scary monster.
Okay, and does Dr. Frankenstein have like an Igor in this one? Does he have a little helper assistant?
Yes, of course he has an Igor. It's played by Rachel Dratch
Yes.
from Saturday Night Live.
Good.
Perfect.
Good choice. All right.
I'm sold. Take my money, as they say. Take my money.
Scott wants to give the point to Kyle. I'm going to give Scott and Brent 1 point each. I'm going to give Kyle 2 points.
Yeah, I mean, God, take my money on that
Hooray.
one, Kyle.
Coming out of that game, Scott has 13 points. Kyle has 8. Brent has 6. Going into one of our last games, so end is coming up fast.
That's where I fumble here, so.
This game is called Dreamcast.
This is Dreamcast. I'm going to name a film and 5 roles from that film, and our contestants will each cast the 5 roles listed with any actor living or dead. Each role where I choose your actor over the others will get you 1 point. The first film we'll be casting is a Beatles biopic. So, Scott, who would you cast as John Lennon? Any actor, living or dead.
John Lennon.
You're casting John Lennon himself as John Lennon? I know, we can't do that.
You
It's
said
gotta be somebody
alive.
different.
You said alive or dead.
It's got to be somebody. Okay, fine. John Lennon. But no one else can choose John Lennon now.
Oh no. I can choose John Lennon for a different role though.
Correct. Kyle, who are you casting as John Lennon in your Beatles movie?
For some reason, John Oliver comes to mind. Maybe
John?
because they have the same first name, but
John Oliver, right?
I
Good
think
choice.
he would kind of fit the vibe of John Lennon.
I like
And-
Dano.
Paul Dano.
Yeah, Paul Dano.
Oh,
That's a
God.
good choice.
one.
See, yeah, Scott, you should have been thinking. All right,
Well.
number 2, Paul McCartney. Brent, who are you casting as Paul?
Prostate issues.
Well,
Paul with
see,
prostate issues.
John Lennon could probably do that. But I like Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. All right, Kyle, what do you think? Paul McCartney, who do you cast?
Who's that one guy? Jeremy Irons.
Jeremy Irons.
And that's the old Paul McCartney.
And Scott, Paul McCartney, who are you casting?
Paul Dano. He kind of looks like him.
He looks like all of them. All right.
Yeah,
Just all Paul Danos.
The third role is George Harrison. Kyle, who are you casting as George Harrison?
Who's the guy from The Pianist?
Paul Dano.
No. Pianist. What's his name? Starts with a name.
Adrian
maybe.
Brody.
Yeah, thank you.
That's who you're casting?
Yeah.
George Harrison. It's a good one.
Brent, George Harrison.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
I was going to say that.
You're talking about like,
You got me on that, Brent.
are you saying like is this like 70s Burt Reynolds? Or
Well,
not
you
yet?
didn't. You did not define.
You can say,
Is it
yeah,
a-
you can choose. I don't care. Okay, so Scott, who are you
like-
casting as George Harrison?
Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck. All right. And the fourth, Ringo Starr. Scott, who are you casting as Ringo?
Timothy Clement.
Timothy Clement. Who is Timothy Chalamet?
Who's the guy? Who's the kid? There's like
okay.
who's the
Chalamet.
kid in Dune? The guy in
Yeah.
Dune. That guy.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
makes these movies. He's an industry plant. That
Timothy
kid.
Chalamet, the
Yeah.
name I've said several
Yeah.
times.
Everybody's like, they're like, we're gonna make this guy something somehow. That
Right.
guy.
Kyle, Ringo Starr. Who are you casting?
Bill Burr, because Bill Burr is a drummer, and
It's true.
I could just see him like drumming, just being like, everyone be like, "You're the worst Beatles." He's like, "I'm in the Beatles."
Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. Still,
What am I going to do? Quit the Beatles?
Yeah. Worst Beatle is still a good Beatle.
On
Brent,
top of the
Ringo Starr.
world.
Anthony Mack.
Anthony Mack.
Who's he?
Who is that?
What's he do?
Is that
Who is
not
it?
his name?
Are you talking Anthony Mackie?
Yeah.
Talking about Kevin Hart?
Anthony Mackie, Falcon himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Kevin Hart.
Not Kevin Hart.
No.
Okay. And our
The
fifth
toss
role.
up between him or Jack Black.
Well,
Our fifth role
yeah.
is a cameo. Brent, who's got a cameo in a Beatles movie?
Like the character, or who's gonna?
You can any cameo. It can be anybody. Or I need to know who they are and what they're gonna do.
Oh, we'll have Quincy Jones playing Quincy Jones.
Quincy Jones playing Quincy Jones, and what's he doing
I like
in
that.
the film?
Making the Beatles a lot more popular than they probably should have been.
Ooh, tough, hot take.
Blasphemy.
Scott, who's cameoing in your Beatles movie?
I'll go with Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. What's he doing?
Yoko Ono.
He plays Yoko Ono.
You know.
Okay.
Is it wrong that I could see that?
Yeah, that's actually yeah.
It probably happened.
Yeah. Kyle, who's your cameo for your Beatles movie?
It's Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. What's he doing?
Oh.
Well, he discovered this hot band, and so he's like, "I got to take you guys to the next level," and he signs them to Playtone Records. They play for his label, and they get
This is
huge,
alt
and he
history.
sells them to Apple Records or
You mean that thing they do?
that thing that they do.
The thing that they do. Yeah. All right.
These are all good.
So Scott,
I
your
mean, this
Beatles
is-
movie is John Lennon as John Lennon, Paul Dano as Paul McCartney, Tom Selleck as George Harrison, Timothy Chalamet as Ringo Starr, and Will Ferrell playing Yoko Ono.
Yep.
Kyle, your cast is John Oliver as John Lennon, Jeremy
Good one.
Irons as Paul McCartney, Adrian Brody as George Harrison, and Bill Burr as Ringo Starr. And your cameo was Tom Hanks as the manager that eventually sells them to Apple Records. Brent, your cast is Paul Dano as John Lennon, Ricky Gervais as Paul McCartney, Burt Reynolds as George Harrison, Anthony Mackie as Ringo Starr, and Quincy Jones as Quincy Jones as the cameo.
This is a toss-up.
Okay, here's the cast we're going to go with. For John Lennon, we're going with Kyle's John Oliver. Kyle gets a point.
Hooray!
For Paul McCartney, we're going with Scott's Paul Dano.
Yes.
Scott gets a point.
There you go.
For George Harrison, we're going with Burt Reynolds. He gets a point. For Ringo Starr, we're going with Kyle's Bill Burr, so he gets another point. For a cameo, we're going with Will Ferrell as Yoko Ono. Scott gets another point.
Thank you.
The next film we'll be casting is Speed. We'll be casting for Jack Traven, played by Keanu Reeves, Annie, played by Sandra Bullock, Harry, played by Jeff Daniels, Howard, played by Dennis Hopper, and a bus passenger will count as a cameo. Scott, who are you casting as Keanu Reeves' original role in Speed? Who is Jack?
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Kyle, who are you casting as Jack in the Speed remake?
Tim Robbins.
Tim Robbins. And Brent.
David Harbour.
David Harbour.
Good one.
Stranger Things. Very popular right now. Okay, Brent, who are you casting as Sandra Bullock's role? Annie.
Is Annie. You know, I could see Tina Fey doing that.
Tina Fey. Okay, Kyle, who are you casting as Sandra Bullock's role in Speed?
I'd have to go with Alicia Silverstone, of course.
Alicia Silverstone.
She's hot.
And Scott.
Oh, Tina Turner. Come on.
Tina Turner. Jack Nicholson and Tina Turner in Speed. So I like where you're going, Scott. Kyle, who will you cast as Jeff Daniels' original role, Harry, in your remake?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Dumb and Dumber 3.
Brent, who are you casting as Jeff Daniels' role?
I'll put Jack Black here.
Jack Black. As David Harbour's badass partner.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott, who are you going to cast?
Dom DeLuise.
Dom DeLuise. It's a good one. All right, Scott. You've never seen Speed.
Do you guys know who Dom DeLuise is?
I know who Dom DeLuise is. Yes, correct.
All right.
All right, Scott. You've never seen Speed, but Dennis Hopper plays the villain. He's a mad.
I know.
bomber.
I've seen. He was. Yeah. I've seen. I knew that.
Who are you casting in his role for your remake?
Wait, I thought I just did that. I thought who was Harry?
Harry was Jeff Daniels' role.
Oh,
he's
God.
yeah, he's like Keanu Reeves' partner.
Oh well, I mean, I wanted Dom DeLuise to be the.
Okay, we'll put Dom DeLuise here for Dennis Hopper's role. Who do you want for?
That's
his
what I
partner,
wanted.
Then?
So the other guy, Harry, is like Jack Nicholson's like sidekick.
Yeah, his partner. Yeah.
That guy from Third Rock in the Sun that always had his eyes closed. Piers.
French Stewart. Okay.
French Stewart.
All right, Kyle. Back to Dennis Hopper's role. Who are you casting in your remake? As the villain.
I'd have to go with. Who I'd have to go with would be. Let me tell you exactly who that would be right now. Barry White.
Barry White.
God, that's good, actually. Man.
All right, Brent, who's your villain?
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Another good one.
Okay, and now we're gonna cast a random bus passenger. Who's on the bus with them? It could be anybody. Brent, you go first.
Oh, who's the? What you talking about, Willis?
Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman. All right, Scott.
Not bad.
Who's the passenger?
Oh God. I mean, it's obvious. Stone Cold
God.
Steve Austin.
You're saying God?
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Steve Austin. Okay. And how does he like being on this bus? He's
trying
pissed
to get
about
off
it, right? Yeah, he's trying to get off that bus.
He's trying to get off that bus.
All right, and Kyle, who is your bus passenger?
Tracy Ullman.
Tracy Ullman. Ooh,
Hot.
nice.
Love her.
That's a good choice. All right. Here is our cast for Speed. Scott, you have Jack Nicholson in Keanu Reeves' role, Tina Turner in Sandra Bullock's role, French Stewart in Jeff Daniels' role, Dom DeLuise in Dennis Hopper's role, and your bus passenger is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Kyle, your Keanu Reeves' role was Tim Robbins, your Sandra Bullock was Alicia Silverstone, your Jeff Daniels was Jim Carrey, and your Dennis Hopper is Barry White, and your bus passenger was Tracy Ullman. Brent, David Harbour is your Keanu Reeves character. Tina Fey is your Sandra Bullock character. Jack Black is your Jeff Daniels character. And Tim Allen is your Dennis Hopper character. And then for your bus passenger, you had Gary Coleman. The winning cast is Jack Nicholson as Jack Traven. Scott gets a point.
Good job, Scott.
Thank you.
Tina Fey as Sandra Bullock's character. Brent gets a point.
Not bad.
Jack Black as the Jeff Daniels character. Brent gets another point. Tim Allen as the Howard character. Brent gets another point. And Stone Cold Steve Austin as the bus passenger. Scott gets another
Knew
point.
it. Thank you.
It's a bottom line, I guess.
Yep. That's the bottom line because I want to get off this bus.
That would be a good reason to inspire a sense of urgency on the bus.
We have a winner. All hail Scott. His first win.
Wow.
How do you feel, Scott?
I mean,
Our,
I love it. I mean,
our
this
first
is
remote
great.
show. Scott takes it home.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, and I will watch this videotape vicariously.
Well, I've just been
Every
sitting there
day.
watching Modern Family this whole time. So.
Look at that cat behind you. I love it. That's like a Persian cat. Wow, she's like time to go to bed.
That's all for Filmwar. We have a new champion. All hail Scott. They are taking home a VHS copy of When Harry Met Sally. Follow us on Twitter and Snapchat at The Filmwar, on Instagram at The Filmwar Pod, and on our subreddit at r/Filmwar. If you have a new game idea, we'd love to hear it. Send it our way. Our episodes are also available on YouTube. We'll see you next week. Until then, any last words?
Nap High football rules.
It was a blessing.
Godspeed.
Complete blessing. Now what I do? Clock counter?
Filmwar, a 1,000-yard stare production.